We're live here. So let's go live here. Should I open this window a little bit? Get some
Why?
air?
Does it smell? It kind of smells. It smells
hot.
like a sandwich in here.
Smells like a sandwich shop in here.
Yeah, it's to sink everything.
Oh, is that synced? Did you just sync it up? Well,
What's
there's
up?
there's your microphone.
Okay, now we...
Dude, we're doing... Oh my gosh.
What?
It's actually happening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Monday Mass with Chris Coté.
And my name is Todd.
Todd Richards, ladies and gentlemen.
And we are here.
Surf, skate, snow, nerd people out there. This is April 2nd, 2019.
What'd you do for April Fool's Day?
Oh, I got some good people.
Do you want to hear what I did first?
You get me, you let me know about yours.
So, my daughter's really into it. Like,
Okay.
she's a hyper April Fool's Day. And, like, so we heard rustling, you know, on Sunday night.
That she
around,
was
like,
gonna do stuff.
Well, no, like, we went to bed. My wife and I went to bed. And we heard, like,
I
some...
want to hear more about
That was an April Fool.
Sorry.
That was a whole other
April Fools.
So my daughter is up at like midnight, like rustling around in like the bedroom, and like we can hear her, and we know something's up because she's super down with it. So we wake up in the morning, and she's like done this elaborate prank where you open the bathroom door and it like pops a balloon, and then all this other crazy shit with like this Halloween skeleton. She put it in the backseat of my son's car. Like and strapped it in, and he didn't know.
So she got the whole family.
She was into it, okay, and so she got me. She did the trick where you fill up a jar with water, and you flip it over real quick, and
Put it on the table.
You put it on the table and the suction, okay. And so I didn't notice it when I came upstairs, and was like, God, these kids just leave a mess in the kitchen. And I throw my computer down on my phone, and just pick up the jar, and it just whoosh, sloshes all over my computer. This is at like 6 a.m. So she got us pretty good. So what I did was I saran wrapped the toilet.
Okay.
You ever do that? I had never...
Tightly over
I
the
had
toilet.
never done it before. Didn't even really know it would work. My God, it works. So, didn't...
Hey, when you say it works...
Okay, wait, I'm building here. We're cresting the wave
You're
of the
weaving
story.
a tale, okay.
So, it didn't work on my daughter. She figured it out.
She saw it.
My son, who is a little bit more flaky in the head department...
All right.
He didn't use his bathroom at all yesterday until about 9 o'clock last night. So I'm like downstairs watching something on Netflix, and all of a sudden I hear this, oh, what the fuck, like from upstairs, and lo and behold, he had gone for a full pee-pee and just sprayed pee all over the bathroom, which I thought was hilarious. My wife didn't think it was so funny.
Because who had to clean up
I had
his pee?
I had to clean it up.
So for 17 years you've been cleaning up pee.
Well, yeah, if you want your house not to smell like a gym locker room, you gotta like put some maintenance in.
Well, you gotta not put saran wrap over the toilet.
Well, it was super funny though. But
I'm gonna do that to my
daughter.
kids.
Got him super good with the skeleton in the backseat of his car because when he went to he like drove to school, and he's always late for school. Drove to school, parks, and goes to like reverse into the parking spot and looks over his shoulder and like, yeah, like ah! So that was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
So what did you do?
I got my mom pretty good. I called her really early and I said, "Can you go out into the street and see if Carolyn, my girlfriend, can you see if she's sleeping in her car?"
What?
And she goes, "What?" My mom's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "She was drinking at the beach all day. She came home, it was late, and I didn't even say anything. I said, you know, like, well, how was your day?" And she freaked out, and she came at me with a pair of scissors. She tried to stab me with scissors, so I called the cops.
Good God.
The cops came, and my mom's going,
fuck.
"Oh my God." And so I said, "Mom, go outside and just see if she's in her car. If she's in her car, I gotta call the police." And so my mom went outside, and she said, "I don't see her car." And I started laughing. And I didn't pre-warn my girlfriend that I made up all these things about her to my friends. So my mom was yelling at me from across the street. And then I did this project with Ivy Miller yesterday. We did this video thing. And we did it in LA, and halfway up I called her and I said, "Ivy, have they called you?" And she goes, "Who?" And I said, "The producers, have they called you? Because apparently there was a terrorist attack yesterday. They blew up the Santa Monica Pier. The whole town is shut down. You can't get in or out of Santa Monica." She's like, "Oh my gosh." I go, yeah, and at first they thought it was Al Qaeda, but it turns out it was these surf gangs. This Malibu versus Venice. It's this long running beef that like a lot of people didn't know about.
She's
She's
buying this.
I had her so good. I had her pull off the freeway
What?
to potentially turn around and come home. I
Wait,
got her good. That was just a couple of them. I was doing them all day.
I
Started at 5 in the morning.
I'm a pretty jokey girl.
She's really good at telling jokes.
But like where?
She's gullible.
Really?
She's gullible.
That's a pretty hard one to swallow.
She said she's gullible.
Look, you're kind of a dick for making your mom think that you were almost stabbed. Like that's fucking weird, dude. That's some weird shit.
Well, it's at this point because I've been doing this hard for so long.
Kids, you're not gonna believe this. Your mom has died.
None of my friends will even pick up the phone or answer a text from me on April Fool's Day. I didn't text you because I knew you would know. That's why I give some people like a year off.
I feel like this and Halloween are like your two big ones.
Oh, these are my big ones. Got big ones, Todd. So happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Hopefully you got some or they got
Day
you.
after, if you're still doing April Fool's shit, fuck you.
Well, it's one day. It's only one day. What if you're in? What is it? Is it ever yesterday? It's over around the world.
Yeah, we're done now.
All right. The Monday M.A.S.S, Coté, and Todd Richards is presented by Active Skin Repair. Todd, I literally used Active Skin Repair 5 times this weekend. My chick burned herself on a cast iron pan, blistered both sides of her fingers. I used the gel. My son got super sunburnt right above his on his back. The only place I didn't put sunblock, right above his back. Super sunburnt. I sprayed Active Skin Repair on there.
This stuff?
Yeah. The gel.
You want to know what's in it?
Watch this. Look.
What?
Spray it in your mouth. Spray it in your mouth.
No, here. Let's do it. I'm gonna burn you just a little bit.
Ow! Oh, watch. Look, this is a little known fact. Look. Try it.
Dude, I don't know about that.
There's nothing in it that can harm you. Yeah, so my son got a hole in his foot. So it was an Active Skin Repair type of weekend, and I think as summer comes around, we're going to be seeing a lot more Active Skin Repair types of weekends. Spray it in your mouth.
No, Chris, you have nobody watching on yours.
Well, mine's going to be up.
13 people.
Mine's going to be up for perpetuity, forever.
I feel like we're catering to these 13 people.
No, we're catering to the podcast audience.
Okay, so
this is secondary.
But you can put this up. So you'll be able to put this
I'm going
up?
to put this up.
Okay.
Also want to say thank you to NanoCraft CBD. This is the...
Which one's that one?
This is the daytime. We got the daytime. I put the daytime right in my coffee, and then, of course, the full spectrum.
The daytime kind of spracks me out.
You got spracked?
Yeah, I think it's like I don't know if it's the caffeine under the tongue, but it kind of makes me like...
I just put some in my coffee and let it kind of dilute itself throughout the morning.
Okay.
And it fires me up.
All right, let's talk about interesting shit.
Well, hold on. These are people that paid good money and produce great products like this to be presenting sponsors of our podcast. If you go to nanocraftcbd.com, put M.A.S.S 15, you get 15% off. So you can get that. K2 Snow. It's been a huge winter for K2 Snow. Thank you for your support, K2. They've got some incredible snow surf boots that people have been loving. The K2 TT snow surf boots, which we'll get into in snow news. It's still winter. We'll get there. And also at ride_list. At ride list. Todd, right now is probably the best time ever to buy snow stuff from Ride List.
It's like going to Target the day after Christmas.
Straight up.
You will get some good deals.
Like this is where people put stuff up on Ride List and just kind of go, you know what? I need to clear this stuff out. And especially pros who always get the newest stuff every winter. This is when you need the good stuff.
This is also when you can like wheel and deal with like your people that shape your surfboards.
There you go.
You're like,
summer
I've got
quivers.
some gear. I know you'll be thinking about this next year. Can you organize barters like that on the Ride List?
I'm sure. You can message each other.
There you go.
I'll trade you this surfboard for your snowboard. Everybody's happy.
Because surfboards are the hardest ones to get.
Yeah. And sell, I would say. It's hard to sell a board.
I guess because they're custom.
Yeah. Custom made, like a glove.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into Surf News. Surf News presented by NanoCraft CBD. As we said, NanoCraft Day. Let's get psyched because the 2019 WSL season preview video got me fired up this morning. The Quick Pro and the Boost Mobile Pro could start today,
Wait,
tomorrow,
did you say Boost Mobile
or
Pro?
yeah. That's the women's event.
Boost Mobile's back.
Boost Mobile Pro.
Actually, I don't think they ever went away in Australia.
No, because in Australia, as you know, the wireless system is
Caveman.
prehistoric.
Why is that?
I have no idea. The internet is, I swear I've had better internet, like, on a beach, on a far-flung island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
I've heard
than I
that.
have in
I've heard that a
Australia.
lot from like a lot of people saying that the Wi-Fi there is just atrocious.
When last time I was there, I remember this so clearly because I was with my brother and we were trying to upload stuff on transworldsurf.com or something. Or we were trying to upload stuff on something. And the hotel we were at, you get these tickets. And every time you have to upload a photo or upload anything, you have to enter this ticket number. But there's only so many megabytes you could use. And it was seriously like it was 1991 and the internet had just been invented.
What? Okay.
It's crazy.
What? Why?
You get better internet like in a slum, you know, in the middle of an African nation or Egypt.
Can we, if you
I'm
out
telling you.
there are listening and you have any information on this, can you please just?
Is it the ozone layer?
I don't know. Like, why? I don't understand how that's even possible these days.
I don't know. Everything else about Australia is amazing, except for the spiders. Spiders and the internet. Those are my two problems with Australia. Everything else about
How
Australia
big
is
are the
awesome.
spiders in Australia?
Oh, they're huge.
What's
they're
the
deadly.
one? The funnel web? Is that the one that
Funnel
kills
web,
you? It can kill you.
Redback.
Really?
Funnel web.
There's multiple
redback.
deadly ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, are they like in and around like where you would go surfing?
Yes.
Really?
And you
Like,
know, if you
don't
leave your
cut through the
trunks,
bushes?
don't cut through the bushes. If you leave your trunks outside, your wetsuit outside, I mean, they'll climb in there. I believe it's the funnel web that is very aggressive, and it can bite through a boot.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Bite through a boot?
it'll bite through a boot. Vaughn Blakey told me that. Mate,
Bite through a
Mate.
fucking boot?
right through your boot. That was a bad Australian accent, but yeah, don't the spiders in Australia, they'll kill you. And the worst part about this is somebody told me before my first trip to Australia that these spiders sometimes like to hide under the toilet seat. So when you dangle those things,
Yeah, but do they?
when you dangle those things, it's just like a target.
Do they though?
I mean, I've never seen it under a toilet.
I mean,
I'm
like
sure they
spiders
do.
have like 8 legs, so if it was like
Later.
that would suck. Anyway.
In good news, though.
Spiders are not rad. I don't
Yeah.
like them that much.
The WSL season, championship tour season is about to start. Word has it, rumor has it, that the first event could be moved from Snapper Rocks to Duranbah, which would be the backup spot, which is like a little amphitheater, perfect wedge. Talking wedge takeoff, snap, and then ramp.
I heard
mean,
that
this is
because
a
there's-
high
The
performance.
sand is jacked, is that right? The
The
cyclone
sand
messed up all the
is
sand.
not apparently super good at Snapper, and they can try to manufacture sandbanks, but the backup spot is Duranbah, which
How
It's-
far away is that? Give people that don't know how far.
so
it is.
it's basically like a giant headland, right? On one side of the headland you have Snapper Rocks and Rainbow Bay, you know, all those waves, the right points,
South.
and then
Those would be south.
and then there's kind of like a, I don't know, 300 or 400 yards of just kind of a wild vertical cliff area that waves hit. And then right around the corner is Duranbah, which is over the hill. Basically, if you walk, 200 yards, 2 football fields, over a hill.
Through spider
overlook-
infested
There's
territory.
probably a bunch of spiders there. But D-Bah is a perfect wedge. You can get barreled on the takeoff, snap, and then do giant airs. I mean, it's one of those, it's an air wedge.
All right, so
Does that change your fantasy and or pick for winner?
No, because I think that the guys that are in the top running, I think that any of the Brazilians are going to do well in wedgie, crappy beach break. I mean, you said it's good, so
It's
not,
good, yeah.
Okay,
It's not,
so they're going to do their good there because that's what they grew up riding. And I mean, Julian's won last year, and he's gnarly on everything.
Basically, if you go to the Gold Coast, if you're in Coolangatta during this time frame, the top pros from everywhere in the world either surf, snapper, or dramba. So if snapper's not good, you go to D-Ba and you have the craziest expression session you've ever seen.
Mm.
So I feel like now it's going probably into guys that are more maneuver based. Again, to your point, the top 5, top 10 are going to be probably the same.
Is.
But this could be a little bit more difficult for kind of the smoother, like the Connor Coffins, the guys that really shine in long, perfect waves.
Point breaks.
But again, everybody is so good on tour that it's really hard to find an advantage or disadvantage.
Italo's looking really good.
I've
seen his like little hype up clips.
Yeah.
He's looking psychotically good right now.
I mean, I really liked what I'm sure a lot of people saw was his like power slide reverse thing. That was cool, but
why was everyone asking what is this trick?
Because people are fucking with us.
But I don't know if they like. It just doesn't even seem like it's a.
It's a reverse. It's a frontside reverse.
Yeah, it's like a wrap, and you kind of spin around. It's a fucking wrap.
I just think the Italo hype,
yeah,
which is real.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But in the same token, like, people are legitimately like, what do you call this? And it's like it's been done for like 20, 30 years.
And you know what? This is a perfect segue. I had an epiphany in my restroom, in my bathroom. So I have
Wouldn't that be an epiphany?
I have a giant picture
Of yourself?
of Debbie Fletcher painted of Christian Fletcher doing Stalefish, right?
Okay.
Christian Fletcher, the godfather of aerial surfing, guy that pretty much normalized it. He started doing a lot of variances on grabs, right? And
Was he
then
the first guy that did Stalefish?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And then, of course, everybody starts doing different grabs, and no question, the grabs these guys are doing, people are calling, okay, butte grab, stalefish, slob, whatever. So, if the inventors of modern aerial surfing, Christian Fletcher, Rat Boy, even guys like Cremo, Justin Madison, guys that really
Keckley.
Yeah, guys that really took air surfing into the future, right? They named their grabs after skate grabs, as it should be. So why does that stop? Why do people stop after grabs and then start making up their own things
I feel like
for rotations?
Haven't we talked about this a lot?
But this is a new theory.
This is kind of the same theory.
If we call grabs the same as we call skate grabs, we need to call spins the same as we call skate
is such
spins.
old. I feel like we're talking to a wall. Like, this is crazy.
We can't stop. We cannot stop.
This is some crazy shit.
Some people out there still don't believe us.
But it's like, okay, well, you see Italo do like basically like a revert.
Yeah. Well, I call it a power slide frontside reverse to spice it up a little bit.
But literally, it's like a Bertelsmann slide reverse.
It's cool.
Yeah, whatever.
It's definitely cool. I like that he gets
I want to
the
do
flare.
it. I mean, I've never seen anyone do it that, like...
That sparky.
Like, controlled and kind of, like, slow up on top and then, like...
Yeah.
Zzz.
He's got a hammer of a whip.
Yep.
Or a whip for a hammer.
It's those thighs.
We got a couple new wild cards coming into the fray. Reeve Hazelwood and Isabella Nichols for the men and women. Those are the two trials winners going into the main event. And junior world champion Matthias Hardy was announced as a pre-selected Quicksilver wildcard. That kid's gnarly.
I saw
the Boost Mobile Pro, and besides the Quick Pro, the Red Bull Airborne Series featuring 18 surfers, some from the CT, some air surfers, Chippa Wilson, and the like.
Mm-hmm.
They will be also surfing in Duramba, most likely, somewhere during this window.
I kind of like to see, like, I know...
Talking to that microphone.
What?
There you go.
Why?
Just because I like it.
So
I like your voice.
I was talking to Josh Kerr a little bit ago.
Yeah.
And like, how soon do you think that we're gonna see like this be the Red Bull Air Show Airborne be like, okay, well, all the heavy dudes have to do it. Like, Italo is confirmed to do it. Like, when will you see all of a sudden Julian be like, okay, I need to do it, or Gabriel Medina be like, I have to do it? You know what I mean? Like, when
When are they going to be?
Yeah, like when is like? I mean,
I think if there's enough prize money on the line, to
do
be
you think
honest.
it's prize money?
I think so.
I kind of think that this event, like, I think Josh has tapped into something that could be beyond prize money, because eventually it's going to be like the Red Bull Airborne is going to be, these are the gnarliest, most technical aerial display of aerial surfing. Doesn't matter what the prize money is. If you want to be considered,
you want to change the game,
a hot shot,
yeah,
you got to do it.
I think.
Do you think that do you kind of see that?
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of times too, like these guys are so focused. Let's say the top 5 guys, the guys really fighting for world titles, are so focused on each and every heat, each and every event, that this becomes a secondary thing for them, something they would do just for fun.
Like if it's a shitty day.
Yeah, it's like, okay, the contest is off. They have this invite to surf the Airborne, and they know they're that good. To me, the big question is, and this is going to be up to Chippa, Matt Miola, Eitan Osborne, and the crew, you guys need to beat the Championship Tour guys.
Yeah.
Because the Championship Tour guys, they're getting their cake and they're eating it too. You know, they can compete and get 9s and 8s and heats and win contests, and then they can come and compete in your contest, the Red Bull Airborne, and win that too. You have to show them that there's a reason why you don't have to put on a jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, if you're going to be invited into Airborne, you have to beat the Championship Tour guys to prove that there is a distinction and difference.
There you go.
So that's the challenge to the Red Bull Airborne surfers.
Thrown down.
We just threw a gauntlet across the ocean. Todd, have you ever surfed in Lake Tahoe? Lake Tahoe.
No, but I've seen it. I know people that do.
What's it like? Because I saw photos of it and
like,
it looked interesting.
Super short interval wind swell, but I guess here's the way that it has to kind of set up: is a storm has to blow in on the southern part of the lake and kind of like go by Kirkwood, I guess, and like really create wind on that side of the lake in particular. It has to be like an isolated front, and then it sends the fetch across the lake, and it kind of cleans up when it comes into the little harbor that's by Kings Beach, maybe. But I know like Jeremy Jones. He's kind of like, they watch it. There's like a pretty dedicated...
There's a crew, yeah.
There's a dedicated crew that surfs it.
So how much... Is Lake Tahoe... This is going to sound ridiculous. And probably kind of stupid. Is Lake Tahoe, size-wise, comparable to the Great Lakes?
No.
How big is Lake Tahoe?
It's a big lake, but it's not like great. The Great Lakes are great.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're great. There's a reason why they call it great. Lake Tahoe is good.
There's not enough,
great.
I don't think there's enough distance between the end of the lake and where the waves break on the north side of the lake in order for the fetch to clean up. It's super tight interval.
It's a fun novelty.
It's novelty. I don't even know if it's fun. I mean, I've seen waves.
It looks cold.
I've seen people surfing the waves, and it's like head high, but like 2-second interval.
Ride like an egg, the longboard or something, just for fun. Just say I surf Lake Tahoe.
But it's not like the Great Lakes where you see like clean lines.
Can be great.
Yeah.
Can you surf the Mammoth Lake? The lake in Mammoth.
Crowley Lake?
I think.
No.
I think somebody surfed Mammoth Lake.
Lake Crowley? What
Mr. Crowley?
When you say, are you talking about like Topaz Lake? Like what?
I think I'm thinking of Lake Tahoe.
That'd be retarded.
I take it back. Okay, well, there's been some epic video drops the past couple days. Jacob, Zeke, aka Zeke Zekeli, Rampage. This is a throwback. Kid's doing airs. He's got footage of him dancing in a club. He's doing wheelies on a dirt bike.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that yesterday.
Zeke is sick, and it's funny because this is not a caricature of himself. This is just how he is. He is a lover of life, and he is just always fired up. And
is he a tear-devil?
I would say he's a modern-day tear-devil.
That's sick.
So you should watch Rampage. There's a bunch of people that do introductions. I did one of his introductions. I called him a SoundCloud rap-ass listening to Air Wizard.
Where is he from? What's his
La
bio?
Jolla.
He's from La Jolla.
Yeah, Rusty Ryder. Taylor Knox speaks very highly of him. Skip McCall, down the list. Brock Crouch is in there saying that he is an inspiration to Brock.
Wow.
And yeah, it's pretty. It's rad. It's just like I said. It's a throwback, kind of like '90s style. Punk. It's not punk rock. It's like Muse. I don't love the band. Muse. I don't.
Like Run Man videos, sort of.
No, more of kind of the rap video style. You know, he's like dancing with chicks, trucks and stuff, and it shouldn't work, but it does because he's down. He's real with us.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Um, I was just about a bag on Muse. I don't love the band Muse, but it works for this video. Mikey Wright, Dust.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
It's mental. It's fire.
Is it Mikey just?
Can you
laying-
grab this book for me?
What?
This is kind of cool, and I've been trying to write a book
You wrote
for
this
10 years.
in the backseat of a
It
stranger's
is
car.
not easy, and an
Oh,
old
in
friend.
the seat of a stranger's car.
So yeah, this is an old friend, and this was he was a former editor of Surfing Magazine. You can see it right here. This is a book called
Show him the picture.
"In the Seat of a Stranger's Car" by Bo Flemister.
If you're watching video, this is now
There he
when
is.
you will see an image.
This is Bo Flemister. He is a former editor at Surfing Magazine and a ripping surfer himself. I've worked with him a couple times. This is a novel about his, well, I should say,
Can I read the summary?
yeah, read the summary for us.
In the Seat of a Stranger's Car is a vibrant comedy that looks under the hood at the entourage of working class misfits you leave your car with every day.
Valet Parkers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Set in the bubbling ethnic melting pot of Hawaii by day, the pseudo-intellectual protagonist is a struggling writer who teaches at a renowned prep school by night. He's a full-time valet surrounded by a lewd yet lovable cast of coworkers who challenge his misplaced sense of entitlement.
I
Wow,
like it.
I like it. It sounds like it could be a movie.
Maybe it will be. Congratulations, Bo Flemister. I'm going to start reading that.
Has there been any?
Now.
You know, I don't really think there's been. Has there been valet comedies?
There has to be, but
It
I
seems
don't
like
remember.
That seems like a really good.
It's rife for humor.
set for humor.
I'm
Remember,
excited
what was
to read
that?
that
What was
one.
that one movie about waiters? Was it called Waiters?
Waiting.
Is it called Waiting?
There was a.
It was like really funny about like wait staff at a restaurant and like.
There was a series on, I want to say Stars, about these caterers. It was so funny. I don't remember the title. That
Anyway,
helps no one.
I'm just saying that like I think it's pretty fun. Like a valet.
Let's read that together. That could be the Monday Mass
Will
Book
you
Club.
read it to me?
Yeah, I'll read it to you later. Guess what?
What happened now?
Electric Acid Surfboard Test 2019 Take 2 from Stab featuring Stephanie Gilmore.
Ooh.
Now, of course, you and I are huge Dane Reynolds fans, but I'm very excited to see what Stephanie Gilmore's going to do on all these weird.
I might be a bigger Stephanie Gilmore fan than Dane Reynolds these days.
So if you had a choice, you get a 1-week surf trip. Steph Gilmore, Dane Reynolds, who you bringing?
Steph.
And what's your wife going to say about this? Just you and Steph. She's cool with it.
Oh, I'm alone with Steph?
Just you two.
Oh.
Is that your car?
No.
Dude, is that going to ruin the show?
No, it just adds to it.
We're in the city, people.
We're in the hood.
We're excited to see.
There's a car being stolen right now.
I hope it's not my car.
Is that your car?
No. Wow. Well, speaking of that, do you watch JOB vlogs?
What?
Oh, you're getting down to the music.
No,
Thank you for turning
Wait,
that
which
car on.
JLB? Was this the JLB vlog where he surfs the Waimea Rivermouth for
That was
the
crazy.
45th time?
No. So, the
That's getting
previous
old.
one
It's getting old.
was JOB
It's getting old.
surfing 15-foot Waimea shore break.
I like that.
That was gnarly.
I'm kind of over the whole surfing the Waimea Rivermouth.
Okay.
It's cool.
But in the new one, he puts tons of X-Lax in Poopy's
Oh,
thing. It's funny.
That's good.
So, and he
Really?
also broke the
Wait,
world
where-
record for
let's-
360s at Pipeline.
Let's just go back. So where did he? What was
He
Poopy
put it
doing
in his
with
butt.
He
No,
put it.
he put it in a smoothie and gave it to him. They filmed him.
Did he? How long did he last?
All day. In the afternoon, things got muddy, let's say. It's pretty funny. It's
Really?
kind of a classic.
Like Poo-Kano?
No, like, he was in the bathroom. He didn't know that they did it to him.
So he was just like,
They spiked his smoothie, and they thought Poopies thought JOB was just being nice by making him a smoothie. But that will tell you, if JOB's being nice to you, he's messing
Were
with
you? Who was
He's
that?
messing
Who was
with
that friend in your group that like would always be on the mess with you? Like you, it's. Were you that guy?
Yeah, I was probably one of those.
You know, like that you always like whatever you're doing is suspect. Here, do you want one of these?
I was known, when I was a kid, I was known as Eddie Haskell to a lot of my friends' parents
Well,
because they knew I was so nice and polite in person.
99.9% of our audience.
Eddie Haskell was a character on Leave It to Beaver that was super nice to the parents, overly nice, and the parents knew that this kid there was something going on because I was obviously a smartass, and I'd say thank you and please and ma'am and sir, and I was maybe a little I meant it.
You were very saccharine.
But they knew that I had a devious. I was never like hurtful though.
Do you remember the Pucano from the? I recently rewatched the Jackass video where the opening scene is Dave England
Pucano
on his back, and they make like the model of a volcano out of his butt, and he shoots poo out of his butt. It's friggin' brilliant.
I feel like
this movie, you gotta watch them again, dude. It's
Big Brother movies and
Jackass movies are out of control. Funny.
And CKY movies.
I can't believe I saw that in the theater with my wife.
Date night.
We date nighted to, I think, the second Jackass.
You'd make out during Pucano?
No. But we see
Before or after?
we knew Dave England from a previous life. So to see him on screen, like,
he was a normal guy.
well, no, he's never normal.
He was not a normal guy.
He was always kind of weird. But, you know, to see him being able to tap his talents.
I like that.
What else?
Okay.
What?
Can you?
Do we have to pick up a prop?
Yeah.
This board?
This board.
All right, hold on.
This one.
You got it? You're gonna bang it. Oh God.
This is a.
Oh.
This is a surfboard that I just did a board. I've been doing board reviews on my Instagram. Very simple. Some would say pointless board reviews, but this thing is a gem. This is the Paizel.
Let me see.
The Shadow.
What is okay?
Paizel the Shadow. You have to go to my Instagram to really get my keen insight.
Give me 3 things about it that are great.
Okay, so this is a 5'9". That's about an inch or 2 longer than my standard shortboard, which kind of sketched me out at first. But the initial under the arm test was an absolute treat.
It's poly.
I put it under my This is the classic polyurethane vibe. I believe Arctic foam on this board, and I'll tell you, John Paizel is masterful. This is a guy that basically invented hidden volume, and I'm talking about right here, right where your chest goes.
It's like skinny jeans.
It's just, I mean, it's like you just get into waves so easy, and then once you get into them, the hidden volume up front really allows.
What do you do to hide your volume?
Just tape, duct tape, and stuff.
I think this board looks good. It does it's nice and wide under your chest and pulled in the tail, and
that's right.
I don't know. They all look the same.
I have a video or two up there on my Instagram riding this board, but highly recommended. It's kind of it's like a bridge, right? You've got your groveler, your good wave board. This is the board in the middle, and that's why I like it.
So like the Flyer.
It's a little.
It's weird.
It's a little like speedy.
It's weird that we use the. I mean, that is like a. Why do we? Why do we reference the Flyer always as the?
No, it's dinged.
It looks good though.
It's great. Thank you, Paizel.
I just.
I told him I was giving it back. I'm not giving it back.
I painted a surfboard this morning.
Yeah, what's up?
So.
Oh yeah, Todd. Just for reference, Todd came in to M.A.S.S HQ, kind of defeated, sad looking, and he had paint all over him. Why? What was going on?
I went to chemistry. That's my surfboard hookup.
You got a new chemistry.
I got new chemistry. So we're going to Mexico on Friday. Today's Tuesday, and Jason is he's gonna shape.
He's gonna rush you aboard.
He's gonna rush me aboard by Friday, and I always like to do my own art on my boards, and so I went in there.
Because you're an artist, a professional.
Well, I just like something on the boards. Like I don't know, a white board. Just they turn yellow, so I kind of like
a little.
I like a little cinnamon in there.
Okay.
So
just a blank or
no? It's a foam. Like they haven't glassed it yet.
Okay.
It's hot. It's
shaped.
Right.
But not glass.
Right. So Jason's like, okay, here you go.
So this is permanent if you paint on this. Yeah. You're not getting. You paint, it stays.
So I show up and I bring my paints and I get in there. And this is the way it always.
Have a little.
This is the way it always starts. No, I bring like a whole box of I have art supplies.
You're
It's pretty funny. Like, I roll in there.
Your little art kit.
I bring my art kit, and I
He's
get.
got his little
I asked you if you wanted to come with me.
art kit.
So I went and painted the board. Sometimes it doesn't look good. I don't know. Things change when they get glassed. Like anytime a board gets glassed and like the logos go on there, it can completely change things.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But I did leave there kind of feeling like,
so
when you encourage like your kids when they're little, yeah, go ahead and paint on my surfboard, and you're like,
just blow it.
God, this thing sucks.
So like on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard do you think you blew it?
We
don't know yet.
Right now,
7.
like it's 8.
And
I mean, it's gonna surf super good. I know that, but like, and like,
dude, I've had boards with a bad airbrush.
So I try to. Okay, so Jason's like,
ruined.
why don't you just use the airbrush to paint the rails? Usually I hand paint the rails because I kind of like them to be messy, but
little jagged rails.
I like black rails.
Okay.
He's like, just use the airbrush. I'm like, okay, that seems super easy. So I go and I put the airbrush in one part. It's just.
So that's the thing about painting is you need to know when to say when and when to just step away.
Okay, well I tried to fix it.
That's what happened. And you kept going.
So
and you were sliding
sliding
down an art slope.
I'll post a picture of it. I mean,
Okay.
it could be,
could be good.
Once the logos are on there, and maybe I put a sticker on there or something, it'll look better.
It could be good.
It could look punk, like I don't know, like fuck you.
Like I don't care.
I'll put my low tide traction pad on there and be like, fuck off.
All right.
Maybe.
Looking forward to it. That'll be next
It
week.
could also look like hot dog shit.
Hey. There's always spray paint.
Yeah.
Fix.
There's always the ride
did.
list.
There's always ride list. Well,
What
that
else?
was surf news. I think that's plenty of surf news. No, we're not done. Because guess what?
What?
Skate news.
Okay,
And I got you a gift.
You did. I know.
Skate news is presented by Quincy Woodwrights
Wait, and the Folklore Project.
and the Folklore Project.
And
What do you got?
I got a reissue Jason Lee Cat in the Hat board.
8 1/4.
8 1/4.
And that's that Michigan pop. Look at that, made in the USA right there.
I like it.
This is kind of like it's like almost looks like the old stereo font.
Well, that's Chris Pass and Mark Pensa did this logo.
I think it's cool.
Look what I got.
You got the mustard.
I got the Muska Rising Sun. Also, on that Quincy Woodwrights Michigan wood. I was gonna do a giveaway with this board, but I'm keeping it. So
Oh,
yeah, there you go. There's a gift
what
from me.
was your favorite Muska move? You know what mine was? The
I liked when you could
frontside cab.
stash
It's like-
stuff in the tongue of your shoe.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
stash pocket.
mustache pocket.
Oh, you mean skate trick?
No,
Oh yeah, the Muska flip. The Muska flip.
I wasn't as big of a fan of the weird Muska flip as I was like his frontside cab kickflip.
Yeah, Muska's he's on a roll. He's announcing events. He's got a board drop right
He's
here
just Muska.
from the Folklore Project. He's killing it. This is here. I got a challenge for you. This
Go
is
ahead.
super easy skateboarding contest.
Go.
It's called #DayOneDidIt.
Oh.
Okay. So Day One's songs, we know he's done tricks nobody else has done. He's still pushing himself to do more to celebrate Day One's contribution to skateboarding. Trends Skateboarding is teaming up with Adidas and inviting skaters to show us their best Day One inspired tricks. #DayOneDidIt.
I think that we should go and just watch Cheese and Crackers, and maybe we can go figure out some of that stuff this afternoon.
You could take your wheel off and try to do a blunt wheel fly off
Oh my god!
kickflip
I
in.
love that.
I mean, he's invented and done hundreds of tricks that no one else in the world has ever done.
All that stuff that he did at San Pedro, like
Oh my God.
before they tore it. Is it gone? San Pedro's gone, yeah.
I think it's still there, but there's like debris in the city.
But that whole
filled it.
that whole little part that he filmed at San Pedro when it was like being taken apart, like on that tight ass.
Oh, that
Dude,
DIY tranny.
he's so crazy good.
Back to Cheese and Crackers. Watch that again. This is never been done, never will be done. Nobody will ever skate a mini ramp. I would say Shane O'Neill, maybe Chris Haslam, right there. No one skates a mini ramp like Day One. The tricks that he does, you can't do. You can't do.
Yeah,
But you don't have to be Day One to enter this contest.
You know who?
Do
Okay,
a Day One
let's-
inspired.
I want to
trick.
see dudes that are really good. Like I think Alf.
Oh my God! Alf
Obviously,
just posted
Alf-
a video of him doing a press.
I know, I
flip
saw it.
on-
Like with a little
oh,
shuffle.
that was so good.
But I'm just saying, like we do know people, like Chris Haslam like could do some day one moves. I'm
But
just
this
saying,
is
like
for anybody.
I
yeah.
know, but I just think it'd be cool to see like the gnarly pros, like you're saying, like you get out there and you know you get some of the super hot shot techie. Shane O'Neill would be a great one. You've seen some of his stuff from his mini ramp in his backyard.
Yeah.
Like to get him just to do like some dedicated day one tricks, like you know show day one doing it and show them.
Yeah.
Doing it. I think that'd be really cool.
Well, there's some. I mean, the high level street skaters are so gnarly. A couple weeks ago, with the Midnight homies, Chris Cole was there, and
Oh, Chris is
at one point we were just kind of messing around, and he actually we actually were asking him questions about like how it was midday.
Oh,
And I was like, what is it? I go, where do you put your feet for an inward heel flip? And he's like, oh, you just put, and he just bam does it. And he's like, oh, this is switch, you know, and it's like, name a trick.
But that's
and he does it.
That's what's rad about like Chris and I'll also say Andrew Cannon's like that too. Like those are the dudes that you can straight up. You don't feel dumb asking them like, okay, look,
hey, how do we?
I want to do this. Like,
heel flip.
Give me a trick tip.
Yeah, and more often than not, their trick tips absolutely work. There's a certain level, like okay, once you start getting into like, you know, for me it's like switch hard flip, whatever, like harder advanced tricks. Like I have no chance.
Do you remember like any time in your past where like one of the older kids has like helped you learn something by telling you something?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it goes way back to the first ollies of simply hanging your heel off the back of your tail, you know, to like up more,
right.
And then rolling your foot. Like the first tips that I got from guys at, you know, like McGill's skate park or in the parking lot of Street Life
Skate
Skate
like
Shop.
really bad advice?
More than in like fashion.
Oh.
You know,
I had
bad fashion advice.
This will stick with me for the rest of my life. Is I remember it was one summer and I was trying to learn eggplants.
Okay.
And this older guy that lived in the town with us is like
He lived in a van by the river.
Pretty much, dude. He could already do them, and I was like, if you don't skate or don't know tranny that well, eggs are really weird. Like to wrap your brain around how to like, you're gonna do an invert onto the opposite arm.
Right.
And his advice to me was do an indie air onto your arm. Worst fucking advice you can ever give.
You break your arm for that advice?
But no, but I landed on my neck on the coping. First one.
I landed on my neck.
I figured it
I
out.
woke up in the flat bottom in a sling.
All I can tell you is if you're trying
don't do that.
Trying to learn eggplants, alley-oop them a little bit. That's what I can tell you.
Alley-oop eggplants.
So don't do any
again. That's very advanced.
No, it's not. Like you don't have to alley-oop them a lot. You just kind of like
slight.
Almost go straight up, but the other direction.
Trick tips.
There you go.
Todd Richards.
Done.
I love ThrasherMagazine.com's Rough Cuts and the Pedro Delfino Am Scramble Rough Cut. Vans, they do their animated true stories.
Who's the subject?
Elijah Burrell has one that just came out a couple days ago. That's amazing.
What is it up?
This is one of my favorite
What is it up?
series. Well, he talks about being in
peek.
a chase, like getting chased. He's in a fight for his life. Classic tales. I think the best one, I would say probably the best one that I heard was about Christian Hosoi and a couple of his buddies. They got on some hallucinogens in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I saw it, and it's all animated, all funny. Yeah.
And they were in a hotel room, just partying their asses off, and somehow they started folding paper airplanes out of a phone book. And the phone book was 500 pages or something. These guys got super into it. When you're on drugs, things like that.
Throwing them out the window.
They're throwing them out the balcony. And after an hour or however long, they get a knock on the door. It's the cops. And they're going, ugh! And they're like, come out to the balcony. Bring these guys out the balcony. They look down. The whole park is covered in paper airplanes. And the coolest part about it, they didn't get in trouble. They just had to go clean the park. It's amazing.
It's just cool with the animation.
And so speaking of Christian Hosoi, is that tattoo on his face real, or was that an April Fool's?
I think it's an April Fool's.
It looked real.
I don't know though. It looked super.
I
real.
didn't even recheck. I just said, cool, good for you, Christian. I
mean, would it shock you?
No, pretty sick. I mean, hey.
I think it's an April Fool's, and then yeah, I don't know. April Fool's fucking sucks.
I love April Fool's.
So dumb.
This is kind of a music/skate news. This is the year where we celebrate 20 years, the 20th anniversary of the first CKY video. And Wait, let's see if we can do that together. 1, 2, 3. You didn't even try.
I know, because I already did it.
So up at Jenkum right now, there's an interview with Jess Margera.
Are they still? Is CKY still a band?
Yeah, they just played a couple months ago.
Are they still on? Does Volcom still have a music label?
Yeah.
They do.
The Line, CKY. There's a Heartless Bastards. I know there's a bunch of bands still.
You know, the line is going to be playing at Danny Davis's Peace Park.
There you go.
Ryan
They are like
Emmergard.
the ultimate snowboard event band.
Well, it's because Ryan runs a show at Volcom now.
Well, and the Line also played every snow event ever.
And Ryan was a pro shred.
There you go.
There you go.
I thought I saw Ryan the other day, but all I know is the Line
I see his
still
sister all
rips
the time.
as hard as ever. Anything else for skate news, Todd? Other than your new skateboard, are you going to set it up or are you going to wall
Wasn't
hang
there a
it?
contest?
Are you going to set it up or wall hang it?
What, my
The
new
board,
skateboard?
the J Lee board.
I'm going to set it up.
So let's set it up and skate.
But wait, wasn't there a contest? I feel like there was a contest recently or something. When are you going to China?
May.
May.
Yeah, Vans Park Series starts in just a couple weeks. Very excited. Can't wait to get back out there on the Park Series tour. It's going to be fun.
Cool.
Oh, well,
What?
Phoenix Am happened,
Oh, yeah.
but we talked about that, yeah. So
All right.
let's move on to Snow News. Snow
We're
News is
done with
presented
that.
by K2 and the K2 TT Snow Surfer boot. Todd, you've snow surfed before. I've never done it. It seems like snow surfing is bigger than ever. Like this was the year
Well, you have to be
snow surfing broke.
It's like it's the full
It's
back
elitist.
throwback. It's not really elitist. Anyone can do it. You don't need to
Pretty good stuff.
have some decent snow. You have to be willing to go and earn it. You know, you have
Earn
to
your
hike up.
turns.
Earn your turns, bro.
So I've never tried a K2 TT Snow Surfer boot. What's the difference between a snow surfer boot and a normal standard snowboard boot?
They're looser.
They're more like hiking boots?
You want to have your snow surf boot be like
Like a skate shoe?
skate shoe.
Okay.
So you want to have it be so it's nice and soft. I just loosen my boots.
You loosen the
I loosen my
laces.
boots up a lot, and I kind of just ride them floppy.
So, again, I've never snow surfed. I know you did a
You
lot of
just
snow
stand
surfing.
there and kind of go.
So there's grip, right? There's
Yeah,
like-
but your feet, your
there's nothing attached.
no, but your feet move.
And how, like, what level, like, how good a snowboard do you have to
You
be?
don't
How
have-
good does the snow have to be?
It helps if you know how to turn a snowboard.
Okay.
It helps if it's powder. Once you get into like variable conditions where it's like chunky or then it's sketch.
Just ride a snowboard.
Hard pack straight out. You don't want to even.
Don't
go
do
near
it.
that. No,
Okay.
but it's fun. Like,
So
if you
maybe not ideal for spring riding, unless you're
well,
somewhere
maybe
powdery.
if it's soft. It has to be soft.
Soft. Okay.
Soft snow.
Well, I want to try it.
Anyway,
Then I'm gonna have to wait
There's that.
half a year for that. Last Resort with Stan just dropped a new episode. I think that's the best snowboard
Yes.
podcast / video series there is.
it's very fun.
Wait, it's not a podcast. It's a series.
It's a
video
series. It's great.
Tell me about Last Resort with Stan. I know you're homies with Stan.
Well, it's Justin, just Stan LaValle.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah.
Just Stan?
His name is Justin,
Okay.
but they call him Stan. Even his mom calls him Stan, apparently.
Really?
So it's kind of like a funny, like quirky news show based on what's happening in snowboarding, and he just talks shit, and it's amazing.
I love that he's
smart.
He's survived all the closings and shutdowns. He's been on a couple. His show's been on a couple different websites. He just keeps
He's
surviving and putting them out.
You only survive in that category if you're smart and you can diss people, but it's like it's in fun and but it has to be like come from like intelligent dissing. Like
You
it's
can't
not
just be shit talk.
No, you can't just be shit talking. It has to be like he's also a comedian, so it's like he writes bits. He thinks about things.
Yeah, it's thought out, and he's obviously smart,
No,
super
he's
funny,
good.
and he rips snowboarding.
Yeah, he's good too. Yeah, so it's like
There
and
you
he
go.
grew up back east.
He's
and
got it all.
He's a masshole,
Okay,
Mhm.
like you.
just like me.
So if you haven't watched Last Resort with Stan, you
It's
should
the
watch
new
it.
one is out from the U.S. Open. It's very funny. There's some pretty hilarious shit in there, pointing out some things that I didn't realize. Like the slopestyle course was, if you look at it from above, it's like a woman's vagina.
No way.
It's fucking crazy. I don't even know how I didn't notice that while it was happening, but it's pretty gnarly.
Well, I'm definitely gonna watch it now.
One of the highlights of it is he talks to Haley Langland about But does she realize that the course looks like a woman's
Now
anatomy?
that now that takes tact.
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate.
But everyone's
that.
down with him, so everyone's down to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
So that was yesterday's big news, or the day before.
There's a slow down in snow news.
Well, kind of. It's like,
But it's probably going to come back up.
There's been a lot of. If you're paying attention to your Instagram and you follow the wild kids of snowboarding, there's a lot of fun stuff happening at Seymour Mountain outside of Vancouver right now. Apparently Seymour has been having some crazy nice weather in Canada. It's been like 20 degrees Celsius. Wait, 20, 40.
Which is
32.
Doing the math here, that's 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
90. Anyways, it's been super nice out and super sunny, and there's been a lot of the homies up there, Brian Fox and Griffin Siebert and Sherbert and all these different birds. There's a hell of birds up there, like
orange sherbet,
getting stuff done,
rainbow sherbet,
filming fun stuff.
Okay.
DC just dropped another episode of Transitors, and this was from Russia, and you can see everyone's favorite Finn, Ika Backstrom, taking it back to the streets where he came from.
Rad. Yeah, I saw Ika, I think a week or so after he got back, and he said, Russia's weird.
Yeah, but it's like...
I'm like, how was it? He's like, it's weird.
Russia's like Finland's Canada.
Whoa, that could be a t-shirt.
Russian is Finland's Canada?
Russia. Finland's Canada.
Well, it's like, I think that part of Scandinavia is more influenced by Russia than it is by Sweden and Norway.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
You know?
I've never been to Russia. I want to go there.
Wasn't Finland part of Russia at one point? I don't know. I'm just making up shit now. But anyways, it's fun to see those guys go and take it to the streets. And
street snowboarding to me is so scary.
Well, yeah, because the consequences.
There's so many edges, jagged edges.
Yeah.
And falling on cement when it's cold is just so much worse.
You ever slap your hand on cement just in the winter?
It's the worst. That is like the worst feeling there is.
Ugh, not cool.
Well,
I don't know. Snowboarding.
Not cool. I mean, that's exactly the sentiment we're looking at because it's warming up. It's spring.
It's spring, and once again, we got Peace Park is coming up.
We've just been talking. Peace Park's coming up. Eventually, it's going to happen.
Holy
We're
Bully's
excited
coming
for that.
up. Someone told me yesterday that Holy Bully is going to charge the riders, but I don't know if that was April Fool's or not.
Oh yeah, that was April Fool's.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could fully see it happening because the amount of snow sculpting it takes to run Holy Bully, because it's not like you can run a cat through there. This is all hand shaped everything.
Right.
So in order to get the people there to take care of the obstacles, it wouldn't really surprise me if they charged the riders to ride it.
Well, you know what? I would say tip your feature sculptor. You know what I'm saying? These pro snowboarders, a lot of the top riders get paid a lot of money. Break off a 20 for the dude that's shaping the park.
See, that's not with Holy Bully. You have to dig. Like you get done riding, and it's like bring your shovel because you got to go back up there and you got to clean these up, and that's different than any other event. Can you imagine riding the pipe, and then it's a contest, and like, all right, well, okay, I know you guys are beat, but you got to come back up and we got to shape this thing again. I mean, that's kind of how it used to be back in the day, but not now.
Yeah.
Because everything is so automated and so.
So some people
digital.
that are more likely to have a whinge probably won't do it because I don't shovel my.
Yeah, totally. But typically you won't see those people with the whinge even showing up there.
Right.
It's kind of like.
But this is the coolest probably course.
It's one of the
coolest.
Well, it's like that and Rat Race that comes up at Mount Hood, Mount Hood in late June, early July, and that's another DIY. Bring your rake, bring your shovel, because these dudes expect you to bring your back, because you gotta bust your back out there with everybody else.
Earn your burns, brah.
Earn your burns.
Cool. There's snow news?
Yeah, whatever.
Any?
No.
Okay.
Don't care.
Now let's go take it to nerd news.
Yes.
Nerd news brought to you by Panicking Coffee and Tea. Right there. What's up? If you see me on the street, I have this for you. It's $10.
Wow.
Don't at me.
10?
I got a couple of those.
You got $40?
Panicking Coffee and Tea right here in Encinitas, California, La Jolla.
Why don't we do a contest?
A giveaway?
Mhm.
Okay. What do you propose?
Nerd
news.
If you can draw Chris and I in cartoon form.
Okay. There's the contest. You draw us a logo for the M.A.S.S podcast.
We need a logo for our podcast because I'm sick of making cat memes.
You love making cat memes.
I do.
Hey, here's my first thing for nerd news. I haven't been able to sleep for months because I saw that this was happening. I am about to open. This is unboxing right here. This unboxing is hot with the kids. This is just one of the sets. Vans, Bowie. I got the checkered high tops. Look at that.
What are the other ones look like?
They're all kind of.
No one could even see it. It's hiding behind your.
They're all
microphone.
shout out to. There it is. The Vans, Bowie, high top checker. That is beautiful embroidered Bowie with the lightning bolt.
Is that what?
This is a gem.
What album is that from?
This
So,
is.
That's not like pre. Is it Ziggy Stardust?
Yeah, this is the Ziggy Stardust one. There's A Loud Insane. There's Hunky Dory. I mean, this to me, this is the best collab I've ever seen. Vans, two of my favorite things. Vans and David Bowie
like
coming
David
together. And those are not for sale. Those are not for giveaway. Those are for me.
Those are cool.
Um,
Vans been doing some pretty damn good collabs.
yeah. Thank you to Drive Ask James for those.
Nice.
And,
What?
Vans is actually going to be doing a takeover at the BSR Surf Resort soon. We're going to see some sick footage.
I
from
think
the
they
Vans
went.
team.
I think they're there right now.
They're just going to keep taking it over.
When is Vans going to sponsor the podcast?
I know. What's up?
Come on,
They sponsored me
Vans.
with shoes. That's cool.
You guys are just hemorrhaging money.
I got something for you, Todd.
Go ahead.
I know you like Bill Murray.
Saw
I
the
know you
preview,
like
dude.
Steve Buscemi.
So
Jim
good.
Jarmusch, new zombie film. The Dead Don't Die.
Now,
Follows
is this-
3 bespectacled police officers, Bill Murray, Adam Driver, Chloe Savini, and a strange Scottish morgue expert, Tilda Swinton, who's a freak. They band together to take on the undead.
I saw the preview
Are
yesterday.
you excited about
Is this the same guy who did Zombieland?
Was it? No. Jim Jarmusch
What did he do before?
has done... your phone died?
Anyway, I think it's kind of in the same vein as Zombieland, like comedy zombie,
Yeah.
like
Zombie?
like
A zombie?
Shaun of the Dead kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's like I think it's gonna be really funny. Like the Bill Murray is,
I mean, anything with Bill Murray, you're like, yes. I'll
and
see that.
it's got Kylo Ren. What's his name?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's in it too.
So there's more. Supposedly the cameos in this movie are out of control. Steve
I
Buscemi,
can't wait.
RZA, Selena Gomez, Tom Waits, Danny Glover,
June 14th.
Rosie Perez, and Iggy Pop is even in it.
June 14th.
June 14th.
So get your tickets now.
your tickets
Speaking of
now.
get your tickets now, today the tickets went on sale for Avengers Endgame.
And they're sold out,
I already
apparently,
got, I
opening
got
day.
mine.
You got
I
yours?
got 2 tickets for Monday. I couldn't even get them for during the weekend.
This Monday?
No, this is
This
April 25th.
2 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now.
Almost May 1st.
Wow.
I can't wait, dude.
I think this is, I love that even just in the past couple of years that you've been able to pre-buy movie tickets.
It's kind of a pain in the ass, though.
It is, but you're guaranteed to get a good seat. Because I remember being a kid and going to new
But
releases
that was, like,
and
half
having
of the
to
fun,
sit.
dude. Like, I remember, like, back in the day, and this is, like, some old-timey shit.
Oh, here we go.
But, okay, so with, like, because we go to Sinopolis strictly around here. How do you say it?
Sinopolis.
You know when they have...
Sinopolis.
That's how they say it.
Sinopolis.
Sinopolis.
It's a.
Why are we-
They started
It's
that
from
in
Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
But why do we all say Sinopolis? It's not even fucking spelled that way.
Sinopolis.
But we all say it's Sinopolis.
Well, let's start saying Sinopolis.
Right, but even, listen, if you live in Southern California and there's a Sinopolis near you.
Yeah.
We've been saying Sinopolis since it showed up here. Okay, but in the actual, like, previews, they have one person saying Sinopolis and they have another person saying Sinopolis. So how the hell are we supposed to know what you say?
Life's hard, sometimes.
I'll tell you what, though.
Life's hard
It's
sometimes.
really hard to go back to a movie theater where they don't bring you food and you're not sitting in a giant lazy boy.
Oh my gosh.
That's-
I know.
that's some
I went to
crazy
an older
shit.
theater and I was sitting there waiting like I have to get up and get my popcorn.
but-
This sucks.
Sorry, but I digress. So where were we? Okay,
So Avengers
back
coming out.
back in the day when it would be like Star Wars or the Avengers or any of these movies were coming out, you would get in line to get tickets. And if it was like, okay, I have vivid memories of when Return of the Jedi came out in the theater, taking the bus down to Worcester, Mass, where it was like
Yep.
a 20-minute bus ride from where I grew up.
So you get to time this out.
Right, so
You get there
the
early.
movie was at 1. We were in line at 9 a.m. and there was already like 40 people.
It's
in line.
fun.
It's
Sometimes
super
being in
fun.
line is fun.
Yeah. Anyway.
We used to, tell me if you guys did this, and if you out there did this, message me or something. We used to take the windshield wiper fluid tube off and put a pen cap on it and put a rubber band on it and then face it that way and drive by the line at the movie theater and spray everybody in line. Until we did it one time and we sprayed these vatos.
Oh shit.
And they were not psyched. They were pissed.
What happened?
They started chasing us.
But you were in a car?
We were in a car, but we were in a parking lot.
Oh god.
So it was close. So don't do that. But
we used to go and like, this is like when I was a little older, and you would say we had to go to the bathroom, and one person would go in and save seats and sneak in, and then would all sneak in. Everyone would say they'd have to go to the bathroom, and you'd have to like Mission Impossible into the theater.
Oh, that's rad.
That was pretty, like everyone kind of had like their ways to get in.
Last week I was at the movies and I did the popcorn trick.
With yourself?
Yeah, I was by myself at the movies.
I've gone to the movies by myself a lot. Actually.
You actually got me a single ticket to Rogue One.
Maybe. Did I have an extra?
You gave me a single ticket to the movie.
Care.
Thank you for that.
Like I don't.
That's why I did the popcorn trick to myself.
I don't care. I'll go. Like I don't need, especially with these new movie theaters.
I don't want someone talking to me during the movie.
Like, great. Like I'm gonna sit here and chat with you. No. Like shut up. I'm gonna watch. This.
I don't even like when people talk to me during the previews.
True.
Like don't. I'm there for a reason. It's the same reason why I go to a lot of shows by myself. If it's a band I love, and maybe some of my friends don't love them as much as I do, I'm alone. I don't.
Do you think this is like an older thing? Like, I mean,
no.
But I think about it. Like, I would never go to the movies by myself when I was like younger.
I feel like there's, and I don't want to say it takes a certain type of person,
or just don't care anymore.
But I don't know. I mean, it used to be. It was more of a social thing to go to the movies. Now it's like we go to the movies to get away from all this shit.
I might have told this story before, but I had a nightmare experience like that once.
What?
So I was in Oregon, and I was waiting for a bunch of dudes to fly in that we were all going to go up to Mount Hood and film. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just go see a movie by myself. And it was like mid-matinee, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I like where this is going.
I sit down in an empty fucking movie theater.
Yeah.
Like one dude. Some dude walks in and sits down right next to me. Like there's nobody in the theater. Like not a fucking soul in the theater. And the dude sits right next to me. And I was like, okay, well... So I move, obviously, after I get his number. And I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe that's like it was like a signal. Like...
That you moved?
No. Like, that's like a thing. Like, you go to the matinee and you sit by yourself. And people like shoot a flare of like popcorn trick me.
So...
It was creepy.
Nothing happened, though.
No, I was weirded out.
And how's that a nightmare? You should be happy that this guy found you attractive enough to come and sit.
But I don't know. What if he was going to murder me?
Or that. Well, that's kind of, to consider yourself murderable, it's pretty stuck up of you.
Like pretty available.
You must think pretty highly of yourself
was.
To consider yourself murderable.
I have a pretty murderable vibe, I think. I put it out there.
I mean, I care enough about you to murder you, personally.
Okay,
because I like you. But
moving right along.
It's pretty
so anyway,
go
to the movie by yourself or don't. Avengers Endgame is coming out at the end of the month. But
or stay home.
You want to hear about the new show I was watching on Netflix?
Well, this is a Netflix point. Or stay home and watch Netflix, even though they just upped the rate to $15.
Whatever.
It doesn't bother
just
me at all.
Just
pay it.
Okay, so did you watch the first season of the OA?
No.
Have you ever heard of the OA?
Yes.
Okay.
I've passed by it a million
times
on
watch
Netflix.
it. I just got done with the second season. The first season kind of left me like, whoa, that was weird.
Is it slow? It's kind of slow.
But listen, you kind of got to get through it because season 2 is a mind fuck. And it is good. It's good to the point where like the show ended and you're like, oh, holy fuck. It's like one of those.
Good to the last drop.
Right. Really good.
Okay.
Like it.
I'll do this for you.
Okay.
For you.
What else? Anything else in nerd news?
Other nerd news.
Should we go to Comic-Con this year? I kind of have an in.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
If you have an in. Now, I've been to Comic-Con probably 8 times. I've never actually been inside Comic-Con.
Oh, it's amazing.
If you have an in, I will go with you.
I wonder if we could like do stuff from there.
Yeah, we could record stuff on our phones.
I'm trying to get to the opening of Disney Star Wars Galaxies.
And you have it in there.
I do have an in there, but it's a very coveted in at this point. It's like there's so many people that want to do it, and it's for the friends and family day, like media day to go.
This is through Nixon, who has a Star Wars Watch series collection.
Right. So it's like you'd be like a guest of Lucasfilm, and you would go and you'd get to like experience Star Wars Land before the general public goes.
But go on all the rides.
Yeah, but this is another like I'm by myself.
You don't have a guest pass.
See, I don't know if I can get it.
Yeah.
It's like this is one of those things where like, hey, you can come, you can't bring your family. But then is it creepier to go to Disney by yourself or creepier to go to a movie by yourself?
I think for a special occasion like that, it's absolutely not creepy. If you're just going to Disney on a normal day by yourself,
that's
you know
kind
what?
of creepy.
But you
There's
know what?
people that do that though.
But a lot of people with the passes and stuff, it's like their outlet, right? We go surfing by ourselves all the time.
Yeah, but
I
Disney,
skate by myself all the time.
If you're like that into Disney, and you're older, chances are you're kind of touched a little bit.
By an angel?
I don't know about by an angel. Or you've been touched.
I mean, but again, to each his own. There's a lot of things that I do by myself that people would think is real weird. Like, there's things I do by myself that if you saw me doing it, you'd call the police.
Is Goofy a dog?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why won't Disney ever come out and say Goofy's a dog?
It's Disney magic. Have you ever been to Club 33?
No, I've heard about that. Tony Hawk has like a membership there.
Yeah. You have to be someone
What do you
more
think happens
special
in
than
there?
us. Whatever you
What?
want. Honestly, anything goes at Club 33.
I'm so excited to go to the
Star Wars Land.
cantina at Star Wars Land.
I wonder. So, how long do you? Because I'm not on the VIP list for Star Wars Land. So how long do I have to wait?
I think
till it's just blown?
it opens up May 31st
Yeah.
or whatever. That's when it opens to the public.
And it's gonna be blown.
I know Disney's already preemptively said that you can't. They've banned smoking in the park, and they've also banned double wide strollers because they're anticipating such a crazy crowd.
Can I vape?
I don't think you can vape either.
Can I shoot heroin?
Yes, that is. You can still do that.
I'm not going to.
As long as you BYO.
I do that on my own time.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Do you vape heroin? Is that a thing? Can you do that? Kids do that?
I vape Disney juice.
Sweet.
Which is they vapes
No, they do not.
at Disneyland in Club 33.
No, they do not.
Ask Tony Hawk.
They sell.
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean flavored vape pens. They're epic.
We should not do this podcast anymore today.
We should stop. All right. Well, that was you know what? That was a really good episode
How long was
of
it?
the Monday Mass.
How long have we been talking?
Yeah, like 2 hours. It seems
Wow.
like forever.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, we thank you. And thank you to all of our sponsors: Ride List, Active Skin Repair, NanoCraft, K2, Panic and Coffee and Tea, Quincy Woodwrights. Todd, enjoy your new skateboard.
Thanks, bro.
I'm gonna enjoy my skateboard.
I'm gonna
my
go to
Vans,
Mexico.
Bowie shoes,
I won't
my
be here.
Shadow
I'm
from
not
Paizel.
going to be here until Wednesday of next week.
I'm gonna enjoy my book from
just wanna
Bo
tell you-
Formister.
Just want to tell you right now.
If you're out there and you want to replace Todd on next week's podcast, hit me up.
Goodbye.
Have
now.
fun.
Bye for now. Look at how sweaty I am. It's French area.
Oh, this is still live.
Oh, hi. 2 people. You made it.